Should be good.
I can hear you guys great, thanks.
Yeah. Can't hear you. That might be this volume. Okay.
Hi, Rebecca, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I've been accused of being robotic, so forgive me if I turn.
You're fine, thank you. We'll just give a couple more minutes.
There's more people here. They're just not showing up. You want to write where those dots are? You click on the three. Well, actually on the video itself, either one will do it, I guess. It says one way, after that's another.
Oh, these three dots.
Yeah,
right here.
and then show participants with video off. Oh, maybe it's on the other one.
Okay,
It looks like we need to give Kat and Elisa panelist approval. It really blocks you out of everything if you're not made a panelist.
Yeah,
should they raise their hands as well, or do I have?
if you go to participants,
Okay, there we go.
or actually click on the icon, yeah. And
Oh,
then
here comes Kat.
they all live. Okay. And if you click on where it says attendees up there, you might have the ability to give them permissions, but TSD might. Okay, they already did it all.
Okay.
Don't worry, once you master this, they're gonna give you a whole different platform.
Sure,
I'm here.
thank you. Looks like we have Kat and Rebecca, Melissa. So it's 10:35, so we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna pull up the agenda here, and if anybody has any updates for the agenda items, feel free to just go ahead and speak on those updates. So first thing we have, Monroe County Public Library Climate Change Resource webpage. I believe that's been on there for a few months. Anybody have any discussion on that? Doesn't appear so, okay. Hoosier River Watch, Adopt a Stream, for private property.
Yeah, there's really no update on this. I know I was waiting on Christy to kind of start coordinating with some more schools and private property owners. We tried with Childs Elementary. She got me a contact and we got a little bit farther, and then that teacher said, nope, this is too much for me. So if anybody knows of any private property owners or schools, anything that's really pretty much outside of park property, that is where we ask CBUs to kind of help us be the middleman and get us connected, or get them connected to Hoosier River Watch and our Adopt a Stream program.
Okay, thank you. And Christy's not going to be on the meeting today, but she's going to be at NASM later this week, so I'll try to get with her if she has any other further updates. But yeah, we should, if there's opportunities where we can have Hoosier River Watch on private property, we want to try to engage those people and try to facilitate that. So the McIris native plant sale was this past weekend. I saw Maggie Sullivan there. It was really busy. First started. So any discussion on that?
I talked with Joanna and Autumn and they said it was a success. So that's all I know.
Yeah, it looked like they had a lot of customers, so that's wonderful that we have that here locally. Okay, Blooming Neighborhoods 2022. I believe Christy had some information. Any other updates on this, on the Blooming Neighborhoods? doesn't appear so, but that is Saturday, September 24th. So that's right around the corner. And then Peden Farms Children's Festival, the 29th and 30th. I checked their Facebook page this morning. I didn't really see anything other than, if for schools, to encourage schools to participate, but I didn't see anything specifically other than, the date. So if we do receive information about that, I'll provide that as more than likely as an email. Okay, then moving on to Bugfest, October 1st.
Yeah, Bugfest is just around the corner, really amping up. Lisa, I believe you are an exhibitor again this year. Great. We're pretty much just starting to work on the maps and the layouts. I will be honest, we are still desperate for some sponsorship. We got a really great new t-shirt design. We're hoping to order some new t-shirts, but the cost of everything went up this year, including, the tents, the porta potty, we try to keep it a free event as much as possible. So we really rely on sponsorship. So if you know of any organizations that would be interested in sponsoring, we have multiple levels starting at $25 up to $500+. So we are, accepting all levels. The deadline to get on our printed materials is this Friday. So I know the window's closing fast, but yeah, Kat, I see your hands raised.
Yeah, I responded to that email. I forgot the name.
Yeah,
of it.
you're one of our shout outs. I was gonna say, I
Oh.
think utilities donated from Julie.
Yeah. Hopefully just an invoice is okay, right?
Yeah, it's going technically to Monroe County's Parks Foundation. Like that's the pot that it holds in, and that's what we spend it out of. So I believe all the instructions are on the bottom of that sponsorship document there. But yeah, I mean, that should be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And if not, they'll figure it out. But I appreciate utilities. We just got a last minute one in from Ecologic too. I basically called in, some personal favors. So I'm not above it. Just reminding people how important it is to have these kinds of wholesome, all ages, educational free events in our community. And I can tell you that the last time I checked, we have over 1,700 confirmed registered participants. So it will be well attended. Now, if anybody who's been in the past, all we can do now is pray for sunshine, because it typically always rains on our Bugfest event, no matter what season we do it. So just hoping for sunshine and nice weather. But I know it's going to be, again, a well attended event. And I believe everybody has some, participation or involvement with this event here in the SWEET team. So just thank you all on behalf of everybody in the planning committee. It takes a lot of effort to pull this off. So thank you. And if you have any questions, if you want to be a last minute, at the end of the rope exhibitor, we can still take you. If you want to donate money, let me know. I'll take it. But any other questions, just let me know.
Thank you, Rebecca. And then the next item we have is Lake Monroe Cleanup 2022, Sunday, October 16th. Any updates on that? Doesn't appear so. Okay. And then Earth Day 2023, looking to set a date. So that would be April.
Looks like Maggie needs to be approved as a panelist. She is here. And so,
Okay, thank you.
and I don't know, for Earth Day 2023, the main department that's working on that is ESD, and that's Lauren Clemens. And I saw an email a couple months ago of them,
Yes, you
trying to
did.
figure out a date. And we did let her know that, not only was she trying to pick the same date as Little Five, but we also had Bird Fest that weekend at Switchyard. And then there was another date that I think conflicted with Sycamore Land Trust. So I don't know where they landed, if anybody else knows. Haven't heard anything. So I don't know about Earth Day 2023.
Getting back to the 16th, that's also the Ellisville Education Day. And thank you, Rebecca, for connecting me because somehow I got off the list. But so the 16th is Ellisville, that Education Day, the Fall Festival.
Okay, thank you.
Well, maybe talk about the Friends of Lucknow.
Yeah, Maggie's, I believe you had some difficulty having you as a panelist. So did you want to speak on the Lake Monroe cleanup for October?
So the Lake Monroe cleanup, it's really led by DNR, but we are participating. They're looking to have, I think, 70 volunteers, and then they've got a bunch of different sites where they're doing cleanups. I would have chosen a different day because that's also fall break for our school system, but it is what it is, and hopefully we'll have a good turnout.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and then unless there's any other further discussion on the big collaboration items, we'll move on to Friends of Lake Monroe for Lake Monroe Day, Sunday, September 18th.
Yeah, I won't spend too much time on this. You all can read, but we are having a couple events on the 18th. We have filled up, the water plant tours are full and the kayak trip is full, but there's plenty of room if you want to come out to Upland, enjoy some free appetizers, purchase a drink if you like. And then Septic Smart Week is coming up the next week, and we'll just be doing a little social media campaign reminding people to take care of their septic systems. And yeah, our Watershed Summit is coming up in October, and that's pretty much it for us.
Okay, thank you. And then so yeah, moving on to item number 4, City of Bloomington. Kat, do you want to speak on what's happening with the Lake Monroe Day?
I think we're confused of which one you're talking about.
Okay, I think we might have already spoken on that. That was part of item for Lake Monroe Day, so my apologies. Okay, so we are now under City of Bloomington Parks and Rec. Don't have a, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. So any discussion on Adopt a Stream?
Yeah, so we have a new staff liaison, which I did invite. He is replacing Andrew Noggle, if any of you had a chance to meet Andrew. So he just accepted a position full-time down in Angel Mounds in Evansville. So congratulations to Andrew. We recently hired Brandon, who has a strong background in entomology and specifically looking forward to developing out the macro lessons and things like that. But he's really excited. He works with the IU biology department, helps teach some entomology classes over there, as well as he's a student. So he's going to be helping with the Adopt a Stream program moving forward. Again, we still have 14 active volunteers for the City of Bloomington's Adopt a Stream efforts. And that includes the Hoosier River Watch aspect of that. Then the other updates are just Nature Days started last week. Leonard Springs are on Tuesdays, Griffey Lake are on Thursdays. That happens at the parks from basically 9 until 2 p.m. Students do have a shorter program time now due to reduction in bus schedules, or bus drivers, I should say. So even though the program is shorter, we're still taking them out there, and at Leonard Springs, they visit 4 stations, and at Griffey, they visit 5. The topics do include wetlands, karst topography, runoff, aquatic ecosystems, just a whole bunch of stormwater and environmental education related topics. So I'm always looking for volunteers. If anybody wants to spend the day outside with me and a bunch of either 4th or 6th graders, please reach out and let me know. I do have some gaps coming up on September 27th is one that is the top of my brain. I know I need some additional help. So Christy is already locked in on some dates, so I can't keep asking her, but I'm looking around the table. I know the rest of you could easily talk about karst topography. Outside of that, just Bugfest, which I already talked about. So that's it right now for City of Bloomington Parks and Rec.
Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're at City of Bloomington Utilities, residential stormwater grants, drain.
Yeah, I can just talk about these things. Residential stormwater grants, we are just awaiting responses from the folks that we reached out to. Hopefully we can get that through the USB in the next couple weeks. Not many updates on Adopt a Drain. As far as the education video series, we are working on 2 new ones that are about working with plants, specifically for stormwater issues. And then the other one is the responsible use or using alternatives when it comes to like fertilizers and pesticides. And then I know Christy's been working with you, Adam, about getting materials together for tabling, doing some tabling together at events. So yeah. Oh, and our education video series now has a playlist on the city's YouTube. So if you want to check out what we have in our series so far, that's where you can find it.
Good, thank you very much for that update. Yeah, we have a lot of events happening in the next couple of weeks, so looking forward to Bugfest and Peden Family Farm. Do we have any public input? Does not appear so. So
I do have a
Okay.
comment, and I was kind of curious, should we have an item in there where it's just a general comment? Because it's not necessarily in line with everything else kind of outlined on the agenda. Just curious, if we could maybe add something like that for just general comments. And
yeah, I don't see why.
it's real informal, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of objection. I'll be quiet. No, I probably wouldn't. So I'm guessing I could be heard. I'll be attending the NASM, so that's great. Is anyone else on the call attending the NASM? Okay, I gauge that as one. So Kate, I'll see you out there. Or Kat, sorry.
Yeah, Christy and I will both be attending. as
Okay,
well.
cool. It'll be a fun drive. I'm heading up tomorrow. And then also, just one comment, and I'm not sure exactly how this is going to play out, but Adam kind of, emergency management went for their multi-hazard mitigation plan update, and they're going to be working with Christopher Burke. And I know that a lot of that deals with kind of flood issues and things that have a lot of significant overlap with like stormwater and drainage. So just want to put down everyone's radar that we're moving forward with updating that plan. And last time we had a large group of people working with Allison Moore when she was the EMA director. And I just think more collaborative measures is only going to make a better readiness plan. So I just want to put that on everyone's radar, and then also, I guess, advocate more collaborative measures with stormwater. I'm sure there already is, but I think it'd be very significant that we could maybe even get a few different things that stormwater's kind of looking at kind of through the response plan. So that's it. Don't really have much else.
I have one update where you want me to give it.
Okay, yes, by all means, thank you.
Okay, October 8th will be the second Weed Wrangle, sponsored by M. McIris and the district. So we're going to do another one to try to manage the invasive species on the district education property. So that's coming up Saturday, October 8th. If you would like to spend a lovely fall afternoon with us, we are recruiting volunteers. We need volunteers, definitely. It's from 1 to 4. And that's my update.
And that's for invasive removal? Is that-
Invasive species
Okay.
removal.
Is Jillian Field a part of that with you?
Yes, she is.
Okay, well, she should be able to get you some volunteers then. She's a rock star at it.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you very much for everybody's input. Oh, before we leave, Michael Dorset emailed me indicating that he would not be able to attend this meeting. And basically, he is working on Sustain IU to conduct a stream cleanup this fall. So we'll wait for more information about that as far as a fall stream cleanup. So unless there's any other further discussion, I really appreciate everybody's input, and we'll update the minutes so that those will be available for next month's meeting. But until then, we'll see you in October.
And Rebecca, can I talk to you for a second afterwards? Could you hang on for a second? Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And hey, Kat, actually, can I ask you a question too? Is Christy still in town tomorrow? Because she signed up to volunteer for Nature Days.
Oh, yeah. No,
Okay.
we're not leaving till Wednesday. Don't worry.
Okay. I was like, you guys are all
almost had
talking about
her-
leaving town. I'm like, what's happening?
I almost had her do something on Tuesday because she didn't have it on her calendar quite yet. And she was like, no, I got to go do Nature Days. I was like, oh, yeah, no, don't cancel that.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
I just
no
wanted to
problem.
confirm. Thank you, Kat.
So
All right,
Rebecca, you said that Nature Day is the 27th and 28th of wait.
27th, which is a
Of-
Tuesday,
October.
September.
What date again?
September 27th. It's a Tuesday. And I'm
Tuesday,
looking
okay.
for group leaders, which that specifically is like hiking around. So I should mention that there is hiking involved. That's not the stationary at a station.
Okay, so you don't want the tables. Okay, because I'd be happy to talk about litter at a table, but
No, I
Yeah,
need
that-
group leaders, but so if you want to hike that day, but I understand.
okay,
All right, well, thank
Okay.
you for asking and clarifying. Appreciate you.
sure.
And if not, I'll see you at Bugfest.
Sounds good.
All right,
Okay.
bye.
Bye-bye.